Freedom has a price tag, and most women don't read the fine print before signing.
My husband and I have been separated for about 2 months. I can only work 3 days a week. I make $120 a day. And right now, it just feels like I can't do it. It feels like all of this is my fault.
Today's lineup is full of such gold diggers who wanted out until they realized out means paying your own bills.
Pay for my cruise.
I'm not paying for your cruise, okay? You're lucky I'm still here with you.
Divorces, breakups, entitled meltdowns, and courtrooms that couldn't care less about the dramatics. But before we get into it, like this video and subscribe to the channel.
My final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I come home and I'm alone. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce, but I don't want a divorce.
She filed first, left first, and now she's online ranting because life without her husband's wallet hits different. Ma'am, you wanted freedom. Congratulations, you got it.
My husband and I have been separated for about 2 months. Today I received a message from him saying that he's gonna be removing me from the car insurance. And when I asked him when my last day with insurance would be, he said it's tomorrow. And I had previously asked him if he could just keep me on there and I would give him my part of the insurance since that would be cheaper for me. But he says he prefers to just remove me, and I'm really not gonna leave them with just anybody, so I can only work 3 days a week. I make $120 a day, and right now it just feels like I can't do it. And it really because it feels like all of this is my fault. And I left because I needed to work and I couldn't work where we lived because we have no family there. Again, it just feels like I've made the worst mistake. I feel like my life is falling apart. I feel like I can't provide for my kids. I feel like I can't be a good mom to them.
Freedom comes with its own expenses, and apparently that part wasn't in the plan. You can't light the house on fire and then complain it's cold outside. $200,000 on the table as a divorce settlement, and she still wanted more.
Why did you write me a check?
Because that's my attempt to try to put all of this divorce settlement and everything behind us, to just move forward, get rid of the attorneys, all the time spent on it, just put it to rest.
Okay, so you expect me to take $200,000 and just walk away and then give everything else up?
Why are you trying to hold me accountable? I'm not the one who did anything wrong here. I'm giving you $200,000 cold hard cash, and you still want more.
Yeah, when I know how much money you're worth, I'm not taking $200,000 and just walking away from everything else.
You are the one who's sleeping around with other people. You're active on dating sites like Tinder and Hinge and all this stuff. And you're possibly bringing them home.
I'm not irresponsibly dating with our children around.
But I don't trust that. Yeah, that's fine, but I'm gonna do it responsibly because I've showed that I'm a responsible person because I've never cheated on you or was unfaithful in our marriage. You were. That has just lost every amount of trust.
Let's not forget, she was the one who cheated first, and yet she kept acting like that. The audacity isn't just unmatched, it should be studied. She already knew he was toxic, but somewhere in that hopeful little corner of her brain, she thought maybe, just maybe, he actually loaded that card.
So, I have recently split from my ex-husband. I've got 2 small kids. He is currently not contributing for those 2 small children. However, he did message me last night and say, hey, and he was like, hey, I've just put £100 on there. Please go and do a food shop for the kids. So, we're gonna play Russian roulette. We're gonna go and purchase some things for the kids, and we're gonna see if the credit card even works. I am now heading to the checkout, okay? And we're now gonna see whether or not he actually put any money on the Monzo. That's not gone through? Yeah. So guys, I can confirm there was nothing on the Monzo, but we did manage to do a food shop for my kids.
The moment she tried to pay with his card happened what was expected. She paid herself. Giving a liar a second chance is just volunteering for the same lesson twice. All that crying online because her ex-husband moved on smoothly after the divorce, the same divorce she filed.
I'm frustrated because the world got disheveled, and I feel like he has moved on and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it's still just, I can't imagine, thank you guys for sharing stuff, like stories that you've gotten through this and it's been however many years, because I could not imagine that.
She pulled the trigger and now she's upset he didn't bleed long enough. You wanted the exit, he took it. That's not betrayal, that's just called taking the hint. Filed the paperwork, signed the divorce, posted a crying video the moment he moved on. The timeline here is doing too much. Nobody forced her hand on that pen.
The court notified me that My final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it's being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Does it mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person? But I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
Posting tears after a divorce you chose is basically asking for sympathy points you already cashed out. So she went on a platform and openly shared that,
So I got dumped because I asked a man to pay for everything. And before you guys comment, I just want to know, do you guys think that I was in the wrong?
a relationship isn't a subscription service. He canceled his plan, and honestly, good for him. The toxic ex-wife showed back up at her ex-husband's house, presumably ready to stake a claim on the property too, but reality had other plans.
Okay.
Want to tell me what the house situation,
What do you mean the house situation?
whose name it is under?
Doesn't matter whose name it is under. All that matters is that we're divorced and this house which I've paid for isn't for you.
Well, you haven't paid for it if it's not under your name, no?
Well, no, it doesn't matter whose name it is for.
Well, it does, because
Well-
we were together.
Okay, well, I bought this house as a gift for my mum.
So how long are you going to keep that a surprise for then?
It doesn't matter. You didn't pay a single penny for the house.
I contributed my fair share to this place.
How did you?
Cooking, cleaning, one less thing for you to
Oh, well, congratulations. You divorced me, okay, yeah? You have no right to this house. You're only interested in the financial side of stuff, and then when it's a fan, things start to go a bit low, you call for a divorce. Cool, I'll let you have that divorce.
Came back for the bag and left with nothing but embarrassment. That's what walking into someone else's situation uninvited gets you. $900 a month in child support, and she's online complaining it isn't enough. The math would make more sense if the receipts showed the kids benefiting.
So my baby daddy just left, and he's questioning me because I told him that I need more money. So he gonna pull up, talk about what you did with the money. Give me $900 a month in child support every single month. It's April 8th, so it's been 8 days. So when you gave it to me on the 1st, it's gone now. He be thinking like, oh, like I just be spending the money all recklessly. I do not. You gave me $900. I had to go get my hair done. I had to get my toes done because the dude that I was messing with, this YN, he kept saying I was scratching him with my feet.
Child support is for the child, not a lifestyle upgrade. Get that part sorted out first. On a podcast, proud as ever, talking about how she divorced her husband and walked away with half his retirement like it was a trophy.
What did you get in the divorce?
I got half his retirement.
And do you get child support?
I do. I get $21.50 a month.
Well, what are you talking about, dude? You're broken.
This is so typical. That you don't think being a mother is a job. Like,
who is saying this?
I put my career on hold. I was a stay-at-home mom for years and years and years.
I've never suggested
while
this.
He upped his career.
Are you incapable of listening? Is that what happens once you birth a child?
Then the interviewer asked about being a mother, and she straight up said she considers it a job. I wonder how she just compared motherhood to a job. After the breakup, her ex-boyfriend pulled up to her house and flexed a stack of cash directly at her Ring camera.
Ding dong. The dumb stay down. The dumb stay down.
She made the right call, and he made sure she knew what it cost her. Almost broke up with him until she remembered the unpaid trip invoices sitting in her name. Suddenly, the relationship had more value. Funny how that works.
So,
can I talk about something?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know that, I thought like when we eat, we just pay after. I didn't know we get invoices like after the whole trip. And
Yeah.
we don't pay while we're eating, you know?
Yeah.
Like in the moment.
No, you're good.
Yeah. No, I know I am, but do you know what I mean?
Of course, it's all love. It's all love.
I know, it's because everyone's calling me broke, but...
You know what? They can say what they want. At the end of the day, you know you're working hard, you're making bread, and you're gonna be a very rich, what? I'm serious. You're gonna be a very rich girl very soon. Okay. You're just locked in.
She cheated, he found out, and somehow she still talked to him like he owed her an explanation.
Just pay for my and shut up.
What?
I don't understand what's the issue.
You have some audacity to be talking to me like that when I pay all the bills in this house.
Good, you're the man. Do I look like a man? Do I have a...
You look like a cheater is what you look like, okay? Since the moment you created a Tinder profile and you hooked up with I don't know how many guys.
What about it?
I'm
a woman. I can do whatever I want. That's why we fought for feminism.
What?
What do you mean? What?
Where did you even go to school? Like, you sound so stupid.
You know where the I went to school. We've been married for 5 years.
Bro, you sound so crazy right now.
Pay for my cruise.
I'm not paying for your cruise, okay? You're lucky I'm still here with you.
Bro, I don't give a about that. I don't even know why. You're such a loser.
That's not confidence. That's a woman who genuinely confused delusion for power. There's a difference. She married him for the money. Then the divorce papers arrived, and so did the plot twist. Every property, every asset, all under his mother's name.
Why is the house still in his mama's name? I just got back from reviewing a divorce petition. I asked the client specifically, is the house in your name? He's like, yeah, it's been my house since my mother passed away. Me and my wife have been living in this house. The house is not in his name. It's still in his mother's name. No affidavit, no transfer home death, nothing. So now, in the middle of a divorce, that they were going to already sell the property.
Played a long game and lost to a woman she never even saw coming. Respect to the mother. Years of him paying for everything without a second thought. Then one day he forgot his wallet and mentioned it at the gas station, and she had a full meltdown.
You ready?
I forgot my wallet. You might have to use your card.
Oh no, baby! We're gonna have to turn back around and go back to the house.
Wait!
I only wanted to come because I thought we was using your money.
That ain't no.
I'm not laughing. I'm like serious. Yes, I know I got my own money, but it's better when I don't spend my own money and I spend your money. So we're gonna have to make a U-turn, go back to the house, and get your wallet, and we can go.
No, I work hard for my money. Just like you work hard for your money to spend it, so spend your own money.
Okay, but your money
I don't
is our
have your
money.
wallet.
Listen, I'm finna explain it to you. Your money is my money. My money is not your money, okay? That's how it works in this relationship. We have a very good relationship. It works for us. So we're gonna have to turn back around, go back to the house, get your wallet. I'm not spending my own money in Target. I was only coming because I thought you was paying for everything.
Well, I don't have to, so you gonna go on Target and use your own card.
Baby, I'm talking right. We'll go home. We can go home.
One forgotten wallet and the whole scorecard came flying out. His other baby mama gets $20,000 a month as an allowance, and the moment this one found out, she grabbed a shovel and started the destruction.
Let me get my phone.
Go ahead. Baby mama drama on Chris.
Money really does bring out the most unhinged version of people. $10,000 a month in child support, and she wanted more. Not a penny was going to be enough, and her reaction proved it had very little to do with the child.
Is that a screenshot you have right there?
Yes,
Looks like
the strip club, might I add.
Okay.
Throwing money on the stages.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. Chains, everything, Judge.
What do you mean?
I met him at the club.
Oh, okay. So the same club that he's throwing
correct.
the money at, you were there too?
I was at yes.
Was he throwing the money at you?
No, I was just there as a patron. Yes. From there, we just were inseparable until he started back clubbing. I guess the kids became too much for him.
How long have you all been off?
Right now, it's been about 2 years.
2 years, all right. Who do the children live with?
They live with me.
Okay. All right.
When the number stops mattering and the appetite keeps growing, it was never about the kids. She moved out first. Her call, her decision. Then she sat waiting for him to beg, chase, and fall apart, and he just didn't. Not even close.
My husband and I were together for 8 years, 4 years dating, 4 years married, and I decided to move out in February. And do you want to know how many times in the now 3 months that we've been separated that he's begged me to come back, told me how much he loves me, how much he wants to make it work, how much he misses me and our dog? Zero times has he tried. I am just, continuing on, and he obviously doesn't give a about me. So with every day that passes, I'm more and more sure of my decision to file for divorce, but it'll get there.
She wanted to be the one who left and the one who was chased. He chose door number 3, peace. Rare moment of real talk. Someone finally saying out loud that divorce isn't the clean solution people sell it as, especially when kids are involved.
Life after divorce. As a woman, I would honestly sit here and say, as much as I've made the decision and the choice to divorce my husband then, I also regret it. I don't regret it because I still loved him, but I regret it because I feel like I denied my children the right and the opportunity to have what people call a normal family. Nowadays, I'm sitting with kids who are in the statistic of divorce. So as much as I've divorced, I would never, ever advise anybody to go through a divorce.
Normal life gets pulled right out from under them the moment papers get signed. He wasn't interested, wasn't responding, wasn't giving her what she wanted, so she took it out on his car in public, where everyone could see.
I'm playing with you. Oh, what's up? They gonna play with you. They gonna play with you. They gonna... I want you to. I want you to, Brandy. I want you to. Where my... Where my...
You got insurance, right? You got insurance?
Where my...
Don't worry about it. Hey. It's not working, man. Trust me.
So what are you doing?
Oh, real.
No, the address.
2562 Southgate Boulevard.
Yeah, call the police.
Destroying property in broad daylight isn't heartbreak. That's just someone who never learned that no is a complete sentence. She showed up at her ex's door after the breakup, bothering him and his mother. Eventually, the cops got called, and she still kept the entitlement going.
Hello? Reason why you keep knocking on that door? Okay, well, I need you to come over here and wait for the door. Do what? Ma'am, step away from the door.
Go inside. I don't want her here. She's been asked to leave many times. She doesn't want to leave. I don't want her hurt. I don't want her arrested. I just want her out of here, please. And I want it noted. She dated my son. They're not together anymore. And I don't want her on my premises. This is my home.
Ma'am, what is your name?
Yeah.
What's her first name? She doesn't want to answer me? Sandra?
Just give me your driver's license. Hey, I don't have it with me. You still need to leave.
Well, then you need to talk to me. I can understand how relationships and stuff like that can be very volatile. But this is not the way to act like it, because I'm assuming you're an adult, all right? What is your last name? Amanda, what is your last name?
Samantha, if you keep obstructing him, he is going to put you in cuffs.
I don't know.
I just know she's young and dumb, and I would hate to see her mess up her future.
All right, like I said, if she comes back on your property, you call us. Well, she's going to give us another reason to take her.
What the f*** did I do? What did I do?
Unlock the door.
Get on the car. What did I do? Oh my God.
The handcuffs finally did what the conversation couldn't. Sometimes that's just how the lesson lands. The kids lived with her initially, so he'd been paying for everything. Once they moved to live with him full-time, he asked her for child support, and this was her reaction to that.
So early last week, he told me that now that he is caring for the boys full-time while I prepare to move, he obviously stopped the child maintenance payments to me, which is what we had agreed. I didn't want to be in receipt of anything because I didn't have the children, and that money was court-ordered. He is saying that I need to pay him child maintenance. And I was like, sorry, what exactly do you mean? He literally repeated himself and said that now that he has the boys, I have to pay him child support. So I'm like, where exactly do you think I'm going to get money from to pay you? Guys, can you explain to me, like the men of this generation? I have not heard anything like this before. My dad, who I've had to loop into it, was like, just ignore him. This is illegal. Men can't get money off women.
The rule doesn't change based on which parent you are. If the kids are with him, the math works the same way. She walked away from her marriage chasing happiness, and what she found on the other side was struggle, while her ex-husband quietly rebuilt and started thriving.
2 years ago, I ended my marriage.
Oh.
Nobody did anything wrong, it just fizzled out, and I thought life would be better and easier alone. The split was amicable, and he's a great dad to our son.
That's nice.
The dilemma is that since we separated, he has thrived. He's lost loads of weight, he's got new friends, and he seems happier, healthier, and in a better mood than when we were married. My son tells me about his travels and the new hobbies that he has. I haven't really moved on since the split. Everything is exactly the same. I just now don't have a husband and all the jobs are on me. I basically feel as unhappy as I did before I instigated the separation. I feel like maybe I got it wrong and maybe the issue was me and not the marriage itself. I created this mess and now I don't know how to move on. I mean, that sounds really hard.
The grass isn't always greener. Sometimes it's just further from the water. Two exes on a show together, and she came in ready to make him regret every life decision that didn't involve her. He came prepared with something better.
You may have dumped me, but look at me now, and you can't ever have it again.
Tony, what do you think of that?
Well, I broke up with her because all I did was give 100% for nothing in return.
Tony, do you have any regrets seeing that she looks so great today?
She looks the same as when I left her.
She set up the stage for a pity moment and he turned it into a reality check. Not satisfied with just the breakup, she followed him to his workplace, waited outside through his entire shift, then continued following him afterward.
5 in the morning, I work graveyard. My ex is literally here, bro. Look, there's a security right here, and that's her car leaving right now. Weirdo, psycho. I'm dead being followed. You see that car right there? Yeah, that's my ex's car. Look at this. She's blocking my car. Look at this. Look at this. You are stalking me. You just showed up at my job at 5 in the morning. I don't know what's wrong with her, bro. And she's trying to open my door, bro. You see that? I was leaving work to actually go work out at 5:45 in the morning because I work graveyard. And look who shows up at my house. But yeah, cops are handling it. And now she won't follow me, and I have all the footage. All I know is that the footage I have now will really help me get a restraining order.
That's not love, that's a restraining order in progress. $400,000 a year, her income. The man she dragged to court barely cleared a few hundred.
Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
Okay, so that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
She wants an increase.
He live with you. Okay, I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how does your son?
10.
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that?
The child lived with the father, and she still showed up demanding more child support.
You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400.
400 what?
1,000.
You came here to waste my time.
I make $40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No.
So why are you here?
Just for my son.
Right, but maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over
to
your
stop
head.
For it, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think
He
should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. We are going to stop dad's child support, okay? His child support should stop.
Whatever that judge was thinking at that moment, it wasn't sympathy. That was the right call. Her husband's funeral was happening back home. She posted a beach video, smiling, explaining that her vacation was simply more important than showing up.
So today it is my husband's funeral, which unfortunately I cannot make because obviously I am busy here in Tunisia. I would have loved to have gone. We were together for 17 years. Unfortunately for me, he did decide to die on the week I had planned to come on holiday. So I did make the decision not to go because, I need a holiday at the end of the day, and my holiday is way more important than sitting in a church watching people cry. So I'm going to get absolutely drunk tonight with this new guy that I met. I can't wait to do the will reading when I'm home. I have made sure I'm going to be home in time to do the will reading because I would not miss that for the world, and that's a very, very important thing to me. So I hope you have a good funeral today, Jeremy. Love you. All good things have to come to an end.
Some things don't need a response. The shamelessness said everything, and the comment section finished the rest. Years of trust demolished, and the response is a camping vlog. Her husband caught her cheating and kicked her out, and in response to that, she did this, looking for sympathy.
Okay, so I am currently homeless. I am in a tent. Big Dave has left me and took the house, took the dog, took the kid, took the clothes, took everything, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, but I have a tent, so he caught me cheating. Listen, it is what it is. Scrabble.
The consequences were earned, not handed down. Her husband was dealing with a serious medical condition. Her response? Hop on social media, joke about it, and casually drop that she'd been cheating on him.
His sons have taken a test to see if they're a match for Jeremy's kidneys, and they're not, which is amazing. But the reason they're not is because Jeremy's not actually their real dad. My husband doesn't know yet, but I'm obviously going to go and tell him because I just love... He doesn't need to know, but this might finally him off. He might have a heart attack this time. One thing led to another one night when we were a little bit tipsy, and we ended up, you know, in bed together. My husband, Jeremy, does not know about the little thing that me and his son had, because I think that would be a little bit awkward.
There is no version of that story where she's the victim. Not one. Fresh off a tour, he pulled out over $100,000 in cash and handed his baby mama $20,000 right there, like he was tipping a valet.
Oh. I got your monthly allowance ready, girl. I got your salary right here.
We're gonna decorate the baby room.
Look at that money making a big deal.
Hey, stop! Look at that money maker.
Wait, I can take out money?
That's a man who knows exactly what he's working with and wants everyone else to know too. She came into the argument with a justification ready, but he dismantled that logic so cleanly it barely made a sound.
How much is an eyeshadow palette? How much is like her nails? That's why men like pay for dates and things.
So in a scenario where I could demonstrate that I spend more money getting ready, are you okay with a woman fully paying for the date?
No.
Okay, so then why would that even be an argument then?
Can you repeat the question?
I'm a really high earning guy going on a date with a girl who's not broke, but she makes $70,000 a year and I make $1 million. And I pick her up in a Lamborghini. I've spent more money in preparation showing up for that date. Should she fully pay for the whole date?
No.
But I spent more money getting ready.
I am never gonna pay for a first date.
Buying your own things and paying for shared experiences are two separate conversations. He got there first. She openly admitted she was the one who initiated the divorce and then, in the same breath, started talking about how that amount for child support wasn't cutting it.
Who initiated the divorce?
I initiated the divorce.
What was the reason?
Okay, we were young and we didn't communicate well. And really for me, if I'm honest, it's that he was emotionally disconnected.
Was he paying you child support?
Yes. And I did get child support all the way through until my kids went to college.
Just curious, how much was he paying you?
At the beginning, I think I probably got around $6,000 a month in like child support and alimony. But this is a man who made a lot of money. I just remembered. So I got about $2,500 a month for child support and about $5,000 a month for alimony. Maybe it sounds like no money to you, or maybe it sounds like a lot, but relative to what my ex-husband made, I really got very little money, and it was never enough to feel remotely comfortable.
$75,000 a month and still unsatisfied. At some point, it stops being about money and starts being about something that money was never going to fix. Turns out, a large portion of women who go through divorce report not regretting it, and these women are on camera discussing exactly that.
Women are the ones who initiate divorce the most, but they're also the ones that are hit the most financially. This is another thing I found fascinating, right? Yes. Women's household income falls by 41%. Wow, right?
Average,
following a divorce or separation. So does that mean we just shouldn't get divorced until after 50? Like, are we just safer if we wait till then?
There is a huge financial impact on divorce, and that's one of the things people really need to take a look at. They're thinking about divorce. Now, how are they going to support themselves? There is a ton of research that shows that women tend to be much happier than men when they get divorced. And there's like a 75% of women do not regret their decision.
Whether that's growth or just a good poker face is a question only their 3AM thoughts could answer. She walked into court claiming her ex owed her half the cost of a camper and the camping spot fees. Bold claim, slightly undone by the fact that she was lying.
You say first, when you were together, you had a camper and you participated in paying for that camper. Now that you're no longer together, you want half the cost of the camper because he's still using the camper, and you want property that you left inside the camper, and that in addition to that, you prepaid the campsite for 2 years, so you want him to pay you back for that.
For 1 year of it, yes.
1 year. You say that you took out a car loan, and that car loan was for $16,500. And that was in May of... That was in May of this year. And then you took that car loan out. Did
No.
you take money out of her bank?
No.
Did you take money out of a joint account?
Never had an account together at all.
Prove it.
Your Honor, I was
Prove
told,
it.
I was told by the bank that they would not give me anything because the account was in both of our names, and he has since taken me off of the account.
Show me that you put money into it. Show me where you got the money to put into it.
It was through the bank.
Goodbye, Miss Mounts.
Whatever.
Bye.
The judge caught it, denied it, and handed her an embarrassment. She absolutely packed herself. She got remarried. New husband, new life, new address, and yet here she is posting a breakdown video because her ex-boyfriend won't pay her electricity bill anymore.
So I called my baby's father and asked him if he could get my lights turned on for me. He said no, because I have a husband and that's his responsibility. How is that his responsibility to pay my lights to get turned back on after they get turned off? So as my baby's father, I feel like you're supposed to pick up the slack. So you rather for your kids be in the dark than to help your baby mother get her lights turned back on? What if I didn't have a husband? Would you have helped me then? These men is crazy.
Ma'am, you have a whole new husband. Redirect that energy 2 feet to the left. She sat there and justified using child support money on her own personal expenses. Not school supplies, not groceries for the kids, and she said it like it made complete sense.
I get $3,200 between my 7 children in child support. I separate at least $500 and use that for them. The rest is for me. In order for me to be the best version of myself for my children, I have to put myself first. Apparently, using my child support on myself is wrong. So what am I supposed to use my child support on? I don't know why people care that I go do my nails, that I go do my hair, that I go to the spa. It doesn't matter. My kids are taken care of. So who cares if I splurge on myself? Me going to the spa, going on vacation, it helps me with my mental health. It helps me be stress-free. And that's when I could be the best parent that I could be to my children.
Child support has the word child in it for a reason. This isn't complicated. Business was good, marriage was stable, until a young employee got hired and somehow convinced the husband to fire his own wife from the company they built together.
My husband all of a sudden wants to fire me from the family business, all because he said that he found someone that's much more reliable. Mind you, this little girl, who is a lot younger than my husband and I, dresses very inappropriately and is constantly flirting with my husband. So a couple years ago, my husband's father left myself and my husband his business. Well, all of a sudden, this young girl comes in, and it was while I was actually working. She comes in and asks if we had a job opening. I said no, at the moment we don't. I'm the one that handles the front. And then my husband decides to butt in, and he actually tells her, hey, I can find a position for you. I'm sure you're just trying to make some extra money. She has not been doing very well. But I have noticed that what she's really good at is actually flirting with my husband. Not in front of me. Don't do that. That's very disrespectful. You actually don't do that with anyone who's married. In case you didn't know, I will teach you that. After that conversation, tell me why my husband sends me a text message. So the new girl that we just hired, she's doing great. She's doing amazing. We actually don't need you in the business. You can just be a stay-at-home mom full time. You don't have to worry about making extra money.
He didn't just cross a line. He handed someone else the pen and let her draw a new one. She left her ex-boyfriend because he wasn't financially where she needed him to be. He wasn't making enough, wasn't moving fast enough, so she walked. And now, deep regret posted publicly.
If to say I know say na like this life go be, I for just stay with that boy, one boy where I've been dating for 2018. I for just stay with that boy because I been leave that boy because say him be no get money, because say I been say I don't open eye. You get I say I don't open eye. This boy if he get 5k, me give me 4-5 inside. If he get 5k, me give me 3,000 inside. But I can't leave the boy because I say I don't open eye. It show me that say me and that boy for a day together. I for just day with that boy. I for just day because since where I leave that boy now, so one outbreak, so far since 2018 reach today, I never rest. Now so far I don't suffer. Una go the advice person say anything where you want, they outside. Sometimes they oh. This is where we want. If you be saying our imagination, it dey. If you not really dey.
She remarried, which under the agreement was supposed to end the spousal support. But she showed up to court expecting to decide for herself on her own.
Set for a motion today, Mr. Van Til
And your motion's based on the fact that Ms. Van Til remarried at the end of 2024, is that correct?
Yes.
Ms. Van Til, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Are you contesting discontinuation of the spousal support? Ms. Van Til, and frankly, I'm surprised it doesn't contain the language that if you remarry, typically once a party remarries, I mean, that's a change in circumstances that warrants the cessation of payment of spousal support. And when you get remarried, that's no longer the case. It sounds like that's not a fact that's in dispute. So for that reason, the court finds that the spousal support should cease.
The judge had a different interpretation, and it rhymed exactly with what the paperwork said. She left 26 years ago. Then she resurfaced and filed a claim for 50% of his pension, the one he spent 26 years building without her.
A woman who left her husband almost 26 years ago but never got a divorce, launched her divorce application after getting wind of the substantial pension amount that was coming his way on his retirement. She told the court that she was entitled to half because they were still legally married. He paid lobola for her in 1987 and they concluded their civil union in 1994. The judge remarked, and I quote, "It would appear that the parties aligned themselves with the lives they lived. The two had been living separate lives and doing their best to raise their children." The judge then ruled that the woman was entitled to 20% and not 50%.
Disappearing for over 2 decades and returning for the payout is not a legal strategy. It's a long con that ran out of road. The rapper brought his oldest son directly into the financial dispute with the boy's mother, making the kid a middleman in an adult money drama.
She tried to tell me to give her $10,000 a month. You feel me? Even you know that's crazy, huh?
Maybe not to you, but me?
Oh no, that's what I said. I told her the same thing, son.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. Give her $10,000 a month. She ain't gonna buy you nothing, huh?
She just gonna spend on really nothing.
How much you think I should give her a month?
None.
You fit? That's why you my son.
Whatever the argument is with the other parent, the child is not your co-counsel. Leave the kid out of it. Proudly flexing online about bouncing right back after the divorce, new energy, new life, moved on fast. The detail she casually dropped was actually concerning.
I got into a situation with somebody I knew from work.
How quickly after the divorce?
Well, like immediately.
Wait,
And
how long are you married?
almost 5 years.
Do you guys ever have any kids?
Yes.
And you got with this person a day after?
I thought he was like the love of my life.
But he was married?
Yes, so I was under the impression that he was the same kind of married that I was.
What kind of married is that?
Which is like...
That's insane. You and the married guy banging it up. You were...
Well, yeah, of course.
And he was married.
Yeah.
Moving on is great. Moving on into someone else's marriage is just a different kind of mess with a fresh coat of confidence. She was collecting Section 8 benefits, which were already covering far more than what she was spending. When he figured it out and confronted her, she crashed out completely.
I thought the rent was $1,100, bro. I just opened the paper. He been paying $100, bro. You on Section 8, gang?
Why does it matter?
So you got me in here. What the you on with $1,100 every month?
I don't matter. I have other bills to pay.
You ain't never just get down on me. No, I ain't got myself for rent, gang. I've been giving you $1,100. You don't understand what the going on right now?
I just got it. You sitting here mad about $1,100.
I need my back.
What you need back?
Cause you got me out here working hard to get $1,100, gang. And that shit not even going to no bills. Where the my money at? Where the not? Ain't nobody getting done around this.
Getting caught in a double dip and responding with a meltdown is not a defense. That's just getting loud because the evidence is louder. If this gave you a good laugh or a little secondhand relief that it wasn't you, smash that like button, subscribe, and come back for more. The chaos never runs dry.